This is Smooth Brain Guy, and this is the Love Doctor. We're gonna be reading a few beautiful stories from r/slash nice guys from Reddit, and I'm gonna pick apart what they did wrong and also give you a few tips along the way. Please enjoy from the doctor's voice himself. And the doctor is telling you that you need to take your pills. Your pills including smashing that like button and subscribing. Bye bye. How are you doing today? I'm good. Just went for an early morning swim. I like to see that. Can I tell you something? Yeah. I admit I was nervous being confined to such a small space with a beautiful woman. Okay, I don't know what that means, honestly. Low. The mind wanders. You were lucky you got trapped with a good guy. But what does that even mean? Low. Okay. Don't worry. I don't intend on harming you in any way. I was simply explaining that any warm blooded male would be tested in that situation. Er? I'm not following. Don't worry. You have the perfect body, those small breasts, and soft, thick thighs, leading to that voluptuous but booty are delightful. Thank you for existing. And now I shall cease to exist in your life. One of those things you start cooking up in high school or something like that, and you feel like you really doing something, and you really out here looking like a dork. That's really a tough situation right there. And I bet you this dude is not very attractive at all. Cause if he was a little bit attractive, this might have actually cooked a little. Whoa, nah. That's just at this point when you start talking about them, you're not gonna have any harm and stuff. That sounds like Ted Bundy. That gives off a lot of negative energy. I'm not gonna lie. That shit is kind of gruesome. It's tough. It's tough to stomach. Pause. But yeah, good on her for blocking this nigga. Yeah, he's a buster. It was really nice meeting you today. Thanks so much for the hot chocolate this morning. I'm not really looking for anything right now. Sorry if that's disappointing to hear. I know you're not looking for friendship either, so I don't think this is going to work out. All the best. All right, cool. So, fair enough. I liked your innocent ways. You seem like you'd be fun to play with in a certain dynamic. It's your loss ultimately. You might think I deserve better than you or something, but that's not the case. I do like your ways. I just wish you'd do more of that. I guess we're not looking for the same thing. I told you what I want to do. I assumed that's what you wanted to. I like it rough, and I like to be called daddy. Maybe I didn't make that clear enough, but anyway, if that's not what you want, then good day to you. Unless, of course, you want something in return. Maybe you want to see my office. Personally, as I said, I'm not looking for anything
No,
serious,
God!
but I want to have fun with
No,
you.
God, please,
We don't
no!
actually
No!
have to have sex.
No!
You can just give me head.
No!
Only joking. As you said, you hate people. So there's no point pursuing any kind of relationship with you. I'm sorry that you've gone through a lot of trauma and now want to take it out on others. If that's what this is, I'm gonna go ahead and block you now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is way worse than the other one. This is way worse than the other one. Oh, this is way worse than the other one. First off, I'm not a love doctor, but I am a love doctor. I'm a pediatrician in loveonomics, relationship onics. But okay. First thing you don't do is don't ever double text. Number one, don't ever double text. But he did not double text. He did not triple text. He didn't even fourth text. He texted her a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 times without no response. She really didn't give a fuck. Honestly, at that point, she didn't care. And I wouldn't either. This boy out here talk about how he gonna dick you, and I don't know, some gay shit. Like, I don't get this, bro. And then you talking about it like you never was in there, man. You was never gonna get that. And love is a peculiar thing. It makes you do some crazy things. But don't ever do what this guy's doing. It's never been that it's never been that serious. Man, it ain't that deep. I hate to see my brothers go down like this. Like, why you gotta be like this? I'm getting emotional myself. I'm sick right now. I don't wanna get too loud, but damn. He's fucked. I'm gonna read this real quick and then we gonna get the fuck out of here. Fuck off. Even if a man wrote this to you, genuinely, you would F him off because he's a nice guy. You would all pick the troubled bloke who acts hard everywhere, who then proceeds to treat you terribly for years. But you love him all the while calling guys who do open doors and pay for dinner and act as protectors toxic. Sound familiar? That's right. You girls and women ruined it for yourselves because now the real and good men don't want relationships. So well done you. Here's what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? You, me, a real date. Not like how kids do in these days. Like a real date. I'll pick you up, say 5:30, flowers, a pretty car, and a pretty girl. First, we grab dinner. Your favorite place, obviously. Talk for like an hour over dinner. Then we catch a 7 movie. The best one out. Like Spider-Man or something awesome. Then we go get ice cream. I'll get strawberry and you get your favorite flavor. And we sit there and low key fall in love with each other while we watch cars go by and talk about life. Then have you home by 9 o'clock curfew. And if I'm lucky, a hug and a kiss goodnight. I put a lot of thought into that. Oh, wowzers. This man just explained the whole date in totality. It's so beautiful, you know? But the thing is, right? These are things. The only critique I have, right, is that these are things that like a friend would tell you to say, and you feel like this is like the right things to say. When in reality, it literally go like this here. Not even here's what I'm thinking or anything like that. Like, hey, what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? I'm doing good. Oh, blase, blase. Hey, I was wondering if you want to go on a date. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? If they interested, then you go on the spill of the flowers and the whatever the fuck, or whatever you really want to do. It don't really matter at that point. But you first got to see if you in the door. You ain't got to send them a freaking hour long paragraph, sentences and all that. It's kind of cringe and it's really sad. It looks a little desperate. And I know, like, people want to say, like, oh, you got to do a bunch of stuff. You got to be like a peacock or some shit like that. But it really is really not that deep. They try to get women, like, you just got to talk to them like they real people. That's it. Or be calm or just be attractive. I don't know. That works for me personally. You know what I'm saying? Just being attractive and a little bit of funny, make a few jokes, open up. I don't know. It just, I don't know, man. I'm reading this and I'm just like, bro, this is what I would text if I was in middle school and I felt like, I was about to pick up people, but I'm a grown ass man. Nobody ain't got time to be reading all this shit. Only reason I got time to read all this shit is because I want to make a video out of it. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it. But as a smooth doctor, I would say, first of all, no emojis, because emojis is tough. Emojis only for friends. And even then, it still looks a little, ugh, it looks disgusting. Keep conversations really short over text message. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't say too much. Trust me, it's not that important to be able to talk to women really good or anything like that. The only thing you really need to do is make sure they feel safe enough to be around you for a long time. And during the dates and stuff like that, you start talking and you start reminiscing and all that. But yeah, it's just it's not as hard as people think. There's a little bit of rant, not really, but really it is. If somebody's going, if you're gonna give with somebody that already like you. A lot of the times we shoot shots for people that don't really like you at all, or they indifferent about you, and that's a horrible way to start a relationship in the first place. It should always be a mutual understanding of, hey, this person is cute, and another person think you're cute as well, or common interest. This guy, he hasn't even hung out with her or don't even know her like that. But a lot of the times you put a lot of pressure into the relationships that we can control, which in this case, or in many cases, a relationship with a woman and or significant other is the only thing that we feel like we can control. So with all that being said, I do like laughing at these, but this is a learning experience for all those young men who's looking for somebody to look up to. And I'm not saying I'm that guy, but I'm saying that I'm probably a little bit better than these people. Anyway, he's smooth brain guy, the love doctor, the love pediatrician, the love pharmacist. Like and subscribe because it makes my heart feel better. And I love you. I don't know your name, but excuse me, miss. I see you from across the room. And I gotta admit that you caught my attention. You make me
You're
wanna
wrong.
say,
You're fucking
don't
wrong.
know your name, but excuse me, miss. I see you from across the room. And I love to keep you here with me, oh baby.